Cowboys go on the clock tonight. Cannot wait, man. Been waiting all off season for this. Here we go. I think we know by now the names. I think it's Pat Surtain, the corner from Alabama, or J.C. Horn, the cornerback from South Carolina. Kind of the way I'm thinking is that I think Carolina takes Surtain at 8, and we take Horn. And then we put him next to Trayvon Diggs, and we put the NFC East in lockdown. But let's talk about a wipeout scenario. Let's say the Cowboys are on the clock. No Surtain, no J.C. Horn. Then I'm kind of hoping personally that we take Rashawn Slater, the offensive tackle from Northwestern. Can slide him inside to guard until he's ready to take over for Tyron Smith. But what do we do if there's no Surtain, no Horn, no Slater? Some names to consider. Kwity Paye, the defensive end for Michigan. He uses his size to his advantage. Strong as a bull. Zaven Collins, the linebacker from Tulsa. I think that might be too rich at 10. Maybe Dallas trades down and he's a target. I would love Christian Barmore, the defensive tackle from Alabama. I would love him at 10. I would love him in a trade down. And then another name that intrigues me is Caleb Farley, the corner from Virginia Tech. There's some medical issues with his back. If Dallas loses out on their two corners, loses out on Slater, would they consider Caleb Farley? Or maybe trade down and maybe consider Caleb Farley? It's something to think about. I love Micah Parsons. If I don't have Surtain, or I don't have Slater, or I don't have J.C. Horn on the board, and I'm staring at Micah Parsons, I turn that card in all day and I don't worry about it. But Dallas doesn't seem to love him as much as I do. They love Zaven Collins, the linebacker from Tulsa. I think 10 is too rich for that. Watch that for a trade down, maybe with Chicago in the 20s. If that happens, then some of the targets probably are Zaven Collins, Greg Rousseau, the big defensive end from Miami, Christian Barmore, although I think if he doesn't go to us at 10, he probably goes to the Raiders. I'm thinking if we trade down at somewhere in the 20s, I don't think he'll be there. Trayvon Moehrig, the safety from TCU, is another name to consider if we move down. But honestly, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to look at a wipeout. I think we stay at 10, and I think it's either Surtain or Horn. I prefer Surtain. They like Horn. I'm good with both of them. Surtain is perfect. His technique is perfect. Horn plays like he hates the world, and I love that because that's what you want in a corner. I love his physicality. I love his meanness and his violence that he plays with. Either way, we're coming out of this with a hell of a player, and we are putting the East on notice. We're taking back our birthright. We're going to put a playmaking dude next to Trayvon Diggs for the next decade, and we put the East in lockdown. Go Cowboys, baby! Woo!